Personnel Committee started. The time is 6:45 on October 25th. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items on the agenda. We'll be seeing 4 of them because one person cannot make it today. Having said that, everybody in the committee is present in chambers. So we'll start off with order number 21-100-8412. It's the appointment of Donna Scaglione to the Council on Aging Board for a 4-year term with the date of council confirmation. So if we can have Donna please step up.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Thank you for coming today. So Donna, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you're about, and why Council on Aging.
Sure. I've been in Marlborough for about 50 years, so that's the majority of my life since I was about 2. No, when. And my family tradition is always to give back. I grew up in Cambridge, and it's always to give back to the community that you live in. And I've collected trash on the street in my neighborhood and helped clean up the beaches and done little things over the years. And currently I am leading a group through the Marlborough Public Library, which we used to meet in person before COVID, but we switched to Zoom, and we're still meeting of people who are trying to improve their English-speaking skills. And I'm really enjoying doing that, meeting people from all over the world, which is exciting, and adding to the diversity of our wonderful city. I also volunteer for Sudbury Valley Trustees, and I thought that because the Senior Center is such a vital part of our community and helping the seniors become less isolated and get excited about learning new things and trying new things, it would be a good place to spend a little energy, and I admire Trish Pope and the things that are happening there. Thought it would be a good idea to volunteer.
Excellent. Thank you. We will open up to committee members. Councillor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Donna, thank you for volunteering for this. I'll have to confess I've known Donna for many years. She is an amazing woman, and it's just great to see another Unitarian Universalist get involved in local politics. And, I think, she would be a wonderful asset to the Council of Aging. So I'm all for this, and thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Dave.
I think you got 1 vote down. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think you got 1 vote down out of 3, so that's a good thing. Yeah, we're off to the good start. We'll open up to full committee members, full council questions if there's any, and if not, then we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve is on the table, second by the chair. Any other further discussion? Seeing none, and all in favor? 3-0. Perfect. We're all set.
Thank you.
All right, the next item on the agenda is order number 21-100-8413, the appointment of Raymond McGee to the Council of Aging for a 4-year term. So if Mr. McGee would like to come up. And just for notes purposes, his last name is spelled M-A-G-E-E, not M-C. Hello, sir. How are you today?
I'm just fine. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you all for having me tonight.
So we'll just do the same. So Council of Aging. So if you want to tell us a little bit about who you are and why the Council of Aging.
I'm Ray McGee. My wife and I moved to Massachusetts in 1974 for school, and we moved to Marlborough 2 years after that. And we bought our house in Marlborough 2 years after that. We raised 2 kids at our home, and we have been quite active in many activities in Marlborough. I was the president of Juark Home School Association when my daughter was young. I was the treasurer of Tribury Youth Hockey when my son was young, and now I've been working recently at the seniors, not the senior center, but the home delivery of food, senior mobile market. I have had a reasonably interesting background, and I think my technical and managerial experience can be of value and use to the community and to the council. I was working part-time at the food pantry until I retired fully, and then I went in to see Gretel one day and said, I understand that you could use some help. And she said, take off your coat, hang it over there, and we'll be with you in a few minutes. And she's been keeping me busy ever since then, except for COVID. But so that's kind of my background.
Are you back working with the community cupboard right now?
Yes.
You are.
I'm sorry.
Are you back working with the community
yes.
cupboard right now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay, we'll open it up to committee members and Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. In your employment history, you talk about working at the Charles Stark Draper Labs. That's a very well-renowned facility. And which is that Cambridge Square in Cambridge, or where is that located?
I worked at the Cambridge location.
Yes. It says 78 to present. Have you retired, or are you still on there?
That was my last technical resume that I included in there.
Okay. When did you retire from Draper Labs?
2017.
2017. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that, but that's fine. That's fine.
40 plus years, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God bless you for having that type of a career in any type of high-tech job. Yeah, I worked at DEC and Prime and stuff. So, but you went to school at Northeastern for your master's or in
my
mathematics?
My master's degree. Yeah.
What year was that?
I got my master's in 1976.
Okay.
And I was working on a PhD program, and I was getting rather tired of being poor. So I said to my advisor that I was going to go get a summer job, and he laughed at me. Said, "Who hires a mathematician? I mean, of all people, you know." So I went out and I got a job, and I never went back.
Okay. Yep. Well, Draper Labs actually had an excellent co-op program relationship with Northeastern as well. So.
It's quite a place.
Yes, and thank you for your time and your effort working with the city. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Councilor Landers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Say, Ray, you've been an asset to the city, to the school department, your involvement with JARC, and then hockey.
Excuse me, my hearing is not so good.
Oh, shake hands. What do you think I have this?
Oh, okay.
No, you've been quite an asset to the city, you know, between your involvement at Jarrick School and also Triborough. And so I guess there's no reason why you won't be a real asset to the Council of Aging, which I'm very interested in because I'm at that age, you know. Okay, good luck, Ray.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I just love that your security clearance is top secret. Trish, watch out for him. Yeah. Any other questions from council? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion has on the table and seconded by the chair. Any other further discussion? If not, all in favor? 3-0. Excellent. That's it. You're all set. Thank you for your time. Next item on the agenda is order number 21-18428A. It's the reappointment of Mark Gibbs as Data Processing Director and Director of IT for a 3-year term. Mr. Gibbs, please and thank you. How are you?
Good.
Good. Good to see you. So, another 3 years, huh?
I believe so. Yes, I hope so.
How is the IT department doing?
IT department is doing very good, very busy. Obviously, through COVID, we've had a lot of one-to-one, a lot of working from home, a lot of technology we had to do. So, very good. We've been very busy with some upgrades and stuff to the servers and server room, and we have the phone systems on our hands now, so we're handling a lot of the phone stuff, a lot of the fiber, and a lot of the T1 lines, and so on and so forth.
And now the backdoor capabilities, correct?
And the backdoor capabilities, yes.
Yeah. We will open up for questions from Personnel Committee. Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mark, how long have you been in your position now?
I started in 2005.
Okay. Did you start in staff and then get promoted, or just?
I started as an IT director for the city of Marlborough, and then 2 years, I believe, after that, they approached me to take on the role of the school department.
Okay.
Handling the school department. They approached me a couple times before that with some outbreaks with viruses and security
Talking
issues.
the computer virus type, not the...
Computer viruses, and we were able to handle it and teach them how to do it and so forth. And then they came to me and asked me if I would take that role.
Okay. I appreciate that you did. That's all.
Thank you.
Yep. So, my experience working with Mark, he's really easy to work with. You know, I can take him down into a deep dive, and he agrees with it and follows me down. And I really do appreciate those types of discussions, Mark. So, thank you.
Any other questions from full council? Councilor Pullman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I just want to echo the sentiments. Mark, it's been such an asset to have you in the city, and definitely as we've moved so much of our work online and kind of updating all of our systems, I really appreciate the work of you and your whole staff, and always felt very happy to see you on our meetings and people from the department when we had to meet remotely, so I really do appreciate that. And was just curious, moving forward, like what are some of the other things that you hope to develop within the IT department? I know there's an order item on one of the other agendas tonight about updating the time management system, which I think is great, and was curious what else is in the pipeline.
Sure. So we have, obviously, we just tackled the phone system. So we're going to look at going through all line by line, every bill and every phone number throughout the city, and we're going to try to improve technology with that as well. As you see, we have some IP phones here. We have some IP phones in the city. I'd like to finish that project and get everything all in one plan, one system. Secondly, we're looking at the emergency management system that does all the radios and fire and police and DPW. A lot of that stuff's on some old BANA lines, they call them. And we had the Verizon is removing those BANA lines. They're not going to be using them anymore, so we had to replace them with T1 lines. The T1 lines are expensive, so in the process, speaking with the mayor's office and looking at some grants that we're looking to expand those with our citywide fiber. So that'll save us a lot of money there, plus it'll improve the technology of our infrastructure. In that process, we're also going to create what's called a fiber ring. What that's going to do is it's going to create endpoints from our fiber around the city. So if somebody hits a pole, the technology will go the other direction instead of just killing it until somebody replaces a line. So we're looking at that for redundancy right now. And that's pretty much it right now. Obviously, we are struggling and working with, I'm sure you've all heard of the shipping issues and technology, chip manufacturing issues. So if you order a laptop today, you'll probably see it next year. Maybe all my hair will be gray by then, but so we're working on stuff like that we're trying to plan and execute those things ahead of time beforehand. It's kind of tough in technology because technology moves quickly. When you plan 6 to 8 months out, by the time you get that product, it's almost obsolete. Well, it's not really obsolete, but it's not the way technology works today. Unfortunately, it moves very quickly. So.
Well, I think you put it really well, and appreciate you always staying on the cusp of what's coming up. And I know there's always so much to do, and every time I get one of the emails and I know it's phishing, I always remember the videos you had us watch. So, thank you for looking out for all of us and keeping, our technology up to par and really keeping us all safe. So thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions? I'll throw a surprise question at you. If money was no object, what project would you like to see done from an IT standpoint for the city of Marlborough?
If money was no object?
No object. You can just pick any project. What do you think? What would you like to do?
Bitcoin, just to let you know.
Probably the fiber and a redundant operations center. So basically our, City Hall is our main source of data and security and stuff. We do sync with the cloud, but it would be nice to have a second redundant location.
Okay. Interesting. Things you don't think about.
Well, I think about it.
We don't think about it. Like, that's why we have people like you in the position, yeah.
But I mean, you got to weigh your options, too. You have priorities, so...
Of course, that's why the game is money was no object, yeah. All right, perfect. Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette. Motion is on the table, and it's been seconded. Any other further discussion for Mr. Gibbs? If not, all in favor? Then approved 3-0. We will see you in a few minutes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, last item on the agenda is order number 21-18408. It's the appointment of Mr. Christopher Farrakano as City Collector/Assistant Director of Finance for a 2-year term to expire the day following the confirmation by City Council. Step right up, my friend. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Yes. See, pretty painless from the members before you, yes? No need to panic. All right, sir, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and why Marlborough, more importantly, and then how did you get into this role?
So I am married, father of one, live up in Lowell, which is actually where I started my municipal career, working in the Treasurer Collector's office there. And I went to school for business administration, which is actually how I got my foot in the door with municipal work. And I moved from treasurer collector to working with community development grants as a finance administrator, and then got an opportunity to move up to a assistant treasurer collector in Westboro. I was there for 4 years, and then I found this opportunity, and it was a really good fit, so that's what brings me here.
Excellent. We will open up for questions from the Personnel Committee, and if not, we will open up to full council. So,
Just one question. You're currently working the role right now, right? You're in that position?
I'm sorry?
You're currently in that position now temporarily? Is
Correct.
that true? Right. So, which is great, and appreciate you going in for that. I don't, you definitely have the credentials to actually do this, so I don't see any issues myself. Thank you.
I like the fact that you actually have municipality experience, so you're then coming from the public sector, or the private sector, which is nice to see, so you already can get your groove and start pretty soon, which is nice, so I respect that, so thank you for that. Councilor Perlman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and welcome to Marlborough. It's wonderful, as was said earlier, to see someone with municipal experience. I'm just curious to hear your perspective on a town versus a city, since you've been able to work in Lowell and in Westboro, and obviously now back to Marlborough as a city, and just curious how your workflow is different and what you are excited to work on in Marlborough.
So here in Marlborough, the offices are separated. In Westboro, it was a treasurer and collector, so I wore a lot of different hats. I couldn't really plan my day because who knows, what was going to, what side of the, of the ring that was going to come from. But so here it's a bit more structured because the offices of treasurer and collector are separated. But with the additional, title of assistant finance director, that also gives me room to explore other facets of municipal finance that I might not have been able to be part of in other settings that I've worked in.
Thank you. It's great to hear, and we're excited to have you.
Any last questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve is on the table and seconded by the chair. Is there any other questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? 3-0. Approved. That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. I mean, you can hang out more if you like, but go home. All right, so that concludes the Personnel Committee. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, sir.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette. And that is seconded. And we, any other questions, comments about adjourning? If not, nothing? You want to go? Priscilla is on vacation, correct, so she could not make it tonight. Okay. Having said that, all in favor of adjourning? 3-0 at 7:07. Thank you, everyone.